In previous class we have seen about constructors. Now let us see this keyword in Java. The most common use for this keyword is to avoid the naming conflicts. When working with overloaded constructors, it is sometimes useful for one constructor to invoke another constructor. In that case also we can use this keyword. Let us understand this keyword first, then let us see the uses of this keyword. This keyword acts as a reference variable in Java that represents the current object. This keyword is implicitly available to the instance methods and constructors of class, and this keyword contains the address of the caller object. To understand it clearly, let us take the previous program, person class. Here we have person class with these 3 instance variables and one no argument constructor and one parameterized constructor and one instance method print details. Let me remove these statements. We don't require this. Since we are not using no argument constructor, let me remove this also. Now this is my class with 3 instance variable and one parameterized constructor and one instance method. Suppose that we have created one object person3 here with name Akshara, age 4 and gender female. This program has one non-static method print details. If we call this print detail method on this person3 object, this keyword would be implicitly available to this instance method. This keyword is also available to this person constructor. This keyword stores the address of the caller object. Here it is caller object is 3, so this keyword should store the address of this person3 object. Let us check that. Let me print the address of this person3 object. We are printing this person3 address here, and let us print the value of this keyword in this instance method. Let us run this program. See here, address of the person3 is this one, and we are printing this keyword value. This is the value of this keyword when this print details method called on this person3 object, and this is the address of this keyword when this print details called on this person4 object. This is the person4 object address. Here this keyword is storing the address of the object currently in execution. Here these two values, these are not real addresses, these are hash codes. For security reasons, Java hides the actual addresses. This keyword is also available to this constructor also. Now we understood this keyword, which is a reference variable storing the current object address. Let us see its first use to avoid the naming conflicts. Since this keyword is available to instance methods as well as for the constructors, within this constructor also this keyword is implicitly available. In this parameterized constructor, we have different names for formal parameters and instance variables. Both are representing the object fields. It is good convention to use the same names for formal parameters and instance variables. Let us give the same names. Let us run this program now. See here, this constructor is not really assigning the names. We got this output. These are the default values for our object. This parameterized constructor not really initializing these instance variables. The reason is these formal parameters are hiding the instance variables. Here the value we passed Akshara is assigned to this local variable name itself. Similarly for other two also. These formal parameters are like local variables here. Within methods and constructors, local variables have highest priority. Since these local variables have same names as instance variables, these local variables are hiding these instance variables. Here my intention is to set these local variable values like Akshara, age 4 and gender female needs to be assigned to these instance variables. We already know we can access instance variables with object reference. The current object reference is available to constructors and instance methods implicitly by using this keyword. So we can resolve any naming conflicts that might occur between these instance variables and local variables by accessing instance variables with object reference. The current object reference is available in this keyword. Now let us modify this code like this. this is the local variable and this is the instance variable. So we can use this keyword to overcome the instance variable hiding from the local variables. Now let us run this program. Now these values are assigned to our instance variables. Now we got correct values. Previously we got default values because local variables are hiding instance variables. So we can use this keyword to overcome the instance variable hiding from the local variables. We will see the second use of this keyword in constructor overloading later.